October 30th, 2019. Guys, here in the southeast, we're about to get a good taste of winter coming in. In the center of the map, you can see in the various shades of purple, you've got freeze warnings, you've got hard freeze warnings, and winter weather advisories. Along the coast off Texas, you have gale warnings and small craft advisories all along the coast there. Into Florida, you've got special marine warnings, you've got rip current warnings, because we're about to go into a major conflict here over the next, really through tonight. And it's warm here. It's 76 degrees at 5 p.m. Central, but the humidity's at 93%, and the real feel is 87 degrees. Now, again, on the back side of this front that you're seeing move across the U.S., we'll look at the satellite. But again, in the purple lines, this extremely cold weather. And it's going to set in on us, guys, for quite a few days. So be prepared for that. If you have wood burners or fireplaces, a little extra wood would not hurt. I hope it's not too late. And if you use propane gas or natural gas for heating, make sure your reserves are in good shape. Because a lot of people now in the cities, if you have gas, you have kind of everything's piped in. But if you're in the country, guys, a lot of people have a propane tank. So you guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. Call and make sure you're stocked up, because this thing could get kind of crazy as it comes through. If you look out into the Gulf of Mexico in the light purple areas, those are gale warnings, small craft warnings. You've got rip current warnings over into Alabama and Florida. This is going to be kind of a conflict of cold air, old man winter as you want to say it, pushing in again here into central Mississippi, which is at 76 degrees now at 5 p.m. Central. Feels like 87 with 93% humidity, and that's about to change. So guys, when you have this much wind, again, gale warnings in the Gulf as we see these two fronts collide, and it's going to squeeze the rain out in between them. It's going to squeeze all that moisture out. But you could lose power in this high wind. So if your heat is totally electric, think about other alternatives. Maybe a portable, some type portable heater or something like that, guys. But remember all your indoor safety rules for that type of heat. So let's look at again, some of the warnings here. If you look, guys, the freeze warning here covers a good deal of Texas up into Oklahoma and into Arkansas. If you notice in the lighter blue shades here across North Mississippi, Arkansas into Alabama, these are freeze watches. See this? So it's going to come in really fast, get really cold. And again, heat is going to be the key thing. If this moisture will come on and squeeze out and get out of there, it won't be as bad. You won't have icing on the lines and stuff. But you folks in Texas, I'm not sure exactly what's going on there now. But you got the high winds, and you actually, if you look in this section of Texas, which would be your southwest corner, these are hard freeze warnings. And this area, again, in the lighter purple are winter weather advisories. And you've got some frost advisories out. Down along the coast, you've got these special marine warnings, high wind warnings, flash flood warnings because of the squeeze play of this. And let's look at the satellite a moment. Now, looking at this image, guys, you can see that there's very fast wind coming in from the top left corner of this, coming in out of North Texas, and that is that cold front moving in very fast. Now, it would be good if you could get as much of this moisture out of here before all of that cold air sets in. So, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So make sure if you're traveling in some of those hard freeze areas of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas that we're seeing, watch for ice on bridges and slippery roadways, guys. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I've came out of Arizona, coming through New Mexico, and as soon as I got into Texas, it was a foot deep of ice and snow. You know how it is in West Texas, out in those cotton fields and windmills in that area. But you can also see the taller clouds that are popping up along the Gulf Coast. And that's where we're getting our more severe weather now. It's not large areas, but it doesn't take a large area for something to get severe. And the worst scenario would be for one of these storms, and we'll look at the infrared, to knock out some power. And especially for, again, if your central heat is it's total electric, be prepared with some backup. You know, plenty of blankets, whatever you need. Just make sure, because this is not just an overnight thing. Now, looking at infrared again, guys, here in central Mississippi, you notice this clear area right here. We got some sunshine this afternoon. It's been very cloudy yesterday and throughout the morning, but it got really nice. But when that heat came in here, it dropped. I mean, it raised that humidity up very high. And that's going to be part of the conflict with the system. But you can see, just coming out of the New Orleans area now, you got a storm over Lake Pontchartrain moving up through central Mississippi. They've been pulling up through Florida and Mobile Bay area. And all of this, again, is high rip current warnings, gale warnings, small craft warnings. So after this brief storm, it's going to be, they're just brief, but they could be powerful. We've seen that before. We hope we don't lose power, but the temps are going to come in. They're going to get cold, and they're going to stay cold. Again, central Mississippi in Jackson. Current weather 76, real feel 83. Today, we're kind of at that high point, but tonight it's going to drop to 49 with a real feel of 38. Tomorrow, the high, 49. Tomorrow night, 32, which is freezing. Now, if you go throughout the next few days, doesn't get a whole lot better, guys. 56 for Friday's the high, 58. Now, this sounds warm for up north, but what I'm saying, guys, is you're going to be running some heat with the wind, with the temps in the 30s, like 34 Friday night, 35 Saturday, 37 Sunday, 47 Monday. And when you see these highs of the 50s, that takes a long time to achieve. You're going to come out of a almost freezing night and possibly in the afternoon reach these temperatures. So again, heat will be important. We may start to see slight warming by next Monday, but it's not that much. But the next few days going in, again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be critical. You guys in California, you're going through what those Diablo winds, and some are at hurricane force speed. Right now they call them the devil winds too, but you've got massive fires all over that area, and you're in a real large red flag area as far as high winds, no burning. And if you look, guys, go to KTLA and look at some of those images, you'll see they're fighting fires left and right, even along the edges of downtown LA. But we're watching it, guys. Again, think about your heat situation for the next few days. It's a heads up. Be safe.